Всем привет! Today I decided to tell you about Soviet amusement parks and some attractions there. I don't know, can I call it attraction? In Russia we call it attractions. I mean different machines where you can take a ride. And yes, I forgot to check before the video how to say it correctly in English. So I guess I'm going to call it attraction. I wanted to tell you about several of them. Recently I saw the picture of a Soviet Ferris wheel, and for Soviet Ferris wheel it was very typical to have open cabins, and we still have some old one models with open cabins, and that's very cool. Actually, of course it's not so safe. Maybe according to modern measures it's not safe at all, but the impressions there, of course, they are quite different. And these wheels, of course, they are much smaller than the closed one, like London Eye or something like this. Last weekends I took a ride and for a very long time I haven't tried this, and it was really cool to remember how it feels again. It's a bit scary, but it's very cool, and I think that it was typical not only for Soviet Union, because I think these old Ferris wheels before they all were open. And tell me if there are such kind of wheels in your country, and can you take a ride there now, or do you like it? Would you prefer? Because all the people in Russia who tried both variants, they say that of course when the cabin is open the feelings are quite different, and that can't compare with anything that can be compared with anything. But yes, sitting there that's very interesting to feel that nothing actually protects you except this tiny thin chain which this girl hangs when you come in, and it hangs this tiny chain and that's it. But still it's cool, because I tried to ride in closed cabin in London and it was cool, but it was not the same at all. I understand that it's very big and it wouldn't be safe, mostly with so many people, to make it open, but I think I'd prefer to take a ride on the smaller one, but open. But yes, it's not safe, of course. Also, I checked some old Soviet attractions, and I loved one which was called Surprise, but it was written that people called it vomit because yeah, it was very difficult not to vomit after this. I saw this kind of attractions nowadays too, but usually people sit there, and I was very interested that you need to stand there, and actually on the photo it looks like some machine for tortures maybe or something. And also there was one interesting attraction which was called Elevator. I remember it when I was a kid, but for me the construction looked scary, because these cabins, these boxes, they were spinning around. They were not, how to say it, spinning around it itself, but it was just up and down, and like according to the circle, like that, as I remember it. But these cabins, they looked so old and they looked scary for me when I was a kid, and now I don't see them so much. And the last one is my very favorite, the attraction of my heart. I haven't seen anything better ever. It's called boats. Usually they have some official name, but people call it boats because it's actually big boats, and they are like swings. Again, I think according to nowadays measures, it's not safe at all, because there is nothing which is keeping you. You just two people just stand there on the both sides of the boat, start making squatting, holding with their hands with this metal constructions, I don't know, and that's how they swing this boat. And that's really cool. That's super cool. It's like you are flying. It's really like a flying swing, and I was riding it as I remember myself. I think since kindergarten, and you even can ride there by yourself, but it's more difficult to swing it, and usually two people do it. And again, the only thing which protects you is tiny small chain, which this usually fat auntie with strong makeup just put it like that after you come in, and that's it. And also you hold yourself with your hands, and but that's the coolest thing I ever tried. And when I was a kid, I understood that. I saw that these attractions are old, and I saw that amusement parks remove them a little bit one by one, and I wanted my husband to be a millionaire when I grew up and bought me my personal boat. Now I was very happy when I saw several years ago when some park made a new one. They were smaller, but you could ride there, and it even was not so expensive. I remember when I was a kid, it was typical if you wanted to swing not 5 minutes or something. These aunties who work there, you could give money just directly to them, and you could swing as long as you wished. That was cool. And when we tried this new one, it was they just told us you can swing as long as you wish, even without giving some extra money. That was really impressive, and yes, I love it so much. This is one of the things which I truly naturally love, and which brings me real big natural joy, like children's joy, I would say. And recently, talking about modern amusement parks, I understood that I came to the point where there is only one modern attraction which I like. It is called, I don't know, there are different names. So it's a chained carousel where you sit and it spins, and you are like flying on this seat with it, keeping with these chains. That's really cool. So I think because all the other attractions nowadays, they are or too boring or too scaring for me, because when I was younger, I think I could try everything. I could try every attraction, but now I became much more careful and worrying and thinking. So I think that these are two of my favorite attractions, and they are really in my heart. Mostly these boats. I really worry that they will disappear, or if I go abroad there won't be these boats, and they are really great. So if you ever saw them or tried them, or if you have something like this in your country, it would be very interesting and very joyful for me to listen. And I hope that this video was interesting for you. Thank you for watching, and пока-пока.